Well, I'm headed back up on a camping trip. It's kind of a shakedown run for the 392 Jeep. So finally, the build kind of finished up the build yesterday, and picked it up yesterday. And I tell you what, man, this thing's way cool. But I'm super happy the way this has turned out. There's a few things we still got to do, but the major part of it, it's done. And you know, the suspension, tires. You know, all that stuff to do with the drivetrain. But yeah, it's turned out really good. I'm really happy with it. So I'm actually headed up in the mountains again and pulling my turtleback trailer, my Overland trailer. And yeah, even with the bigger tires, everything, man, it's just awesome. I mean, this thing is amazing. I think the smartest thing those guys did was put a 392 in one of these. But no, I'm super happy with this. It makes me want a 392 in my other Jeep somewhere down the way as well. But anyway, so we're getting close to being there, and I'm gonna do some camping, and I can kind of show you what we've done. So we just got up here to camp. There's an area I camped before. I figured it'd be taken. I actually tried another spot I wanted to try. I haven't camped at, and it was all packed. There's lots of people. There's lots of people up here this weekend. Soon I came back over this other direction because I knew there was a bigger area, and got back in here, and this spot was open. It kind of surprises me. But anyway, so I said I'll stay here. Probably gonna drive around a little bit and check out some other stuff. But this is an area. This whole area up here is one of the areas we come to quite a bit. But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to come up, quick camp trip. Test out the Jeep, got it back yesterday. Kind of like a shakedown run, and just kind of see how it works. So far, everything's really good. We've got most of the build done. There's a few little things I need to do. I'll do over in the next little while. But anyway, let's get camp set up and enjoy the rest of this afternoon. What do you think, Gus? Good to be back in a couple weeks. Well, 2 weekends we missed, huh? anyway, I decided to take a drive. I'm just trying to get a feel for this. It's fun to drive. So I thought, oh, I'll take a drive around, check out, kind of seeing what was around us, how many people were camped there. Not very many where I'm at. And I'm driving up to one summit, but kind of test a few things out. That coming in, tires were really, well, it was really stiff. And I was pretty sure it was tires, which they had them almost 45 pounds. So I lowered them back down to 30, which normally when I'm this kind of stuff, I'll go lower, just trying to get an idea. But yeah, it definitely made a big difference on the ride. So yeah, if I went down to where I normally do, it's gonna ride really nice. So anyway, another thing I noticed, I got a turning it just right. I bumped the factory rocks sliders, which I kind of figured that might be the case. So, but I'm planning on changing those out eventually anyway. So anyway, just taking a drive, enjoying it, enjoying this beautiful weather and being out here in the mountains. That rocked out. It came down from up there. It like broke down trees and everything. I had it right there. Just enough room to get around it. That's crazy. That's a big rock. And look right up through there. All the trees broke down. Crazy. They must have had some fair amount of water coming down, because this is way worse than it's been. And look at all the trees. And then that rock down just up the road, not very far from here. And then the road's kind of rough. It's been washed pretty good, but look at this. Came down that. There's trees and crap everywhere. Must have had a lot of water coming down this. Yeah, all this down here. Trees clear down there. That's crazy. Yeah, this road's been pretty washed in spots. But yeah, you look at that. That's crazy. Yeah, this thing's a beast. It's big. It's really big. I'll kind of walk around a little bit more when we get back to camp. Yeah, I like it up here. This area up in here, in different camp spots up in this area. I've been coming up in here since the 90s, 1990s, mid-1990s. But yeah, it's got this nice little creek here. Earlier in the year when we were here, it was early summer, this was roaring. But this time of year, this is about what it runs like. But it's, I don't know, it's cool. There's this campground we've camped at, and then there's a couple, 2 or 3 above here that I've camped at too. This is an area, this campground here that I'm at right now, this is where when we first started coming up here a lot. This is one of the main areas we camped. And we also went back into Josephus Lake, which I had to do that too. It's just usually so busy in there now. But yeah, this is really pretty. And of course, when we originally started coming up in here, it hadn't burned, which is even nicer. But no, it's nice. It's still, and this has kind of come back. We actually cut all the firewood out of here years ago. There was a bunch of dead trees in here. They had a beetle come through, and we cleaned this whole area out getting firewood. It took quite a few years. And so we got most of that out, and now some of the younger stuff's kind of growing again and kind of coming back. But yeah, I don't know, it's awesome. It's just good to be up here hanging out. I don't like buying the pre-pattied stuff. I think they're better. This is actually a butchered animal that I bought. What's a half a beef, I guess. So I got a lot of hamburger from that. But I like making my own patties. This tend to be a little bigger and not so shrunk down at the end. Enough onion. Put that on to help melt the cheese. Remember this, it said lay down. Yeah, it's nice up here today. Down in the valley, it's supposed to be, I think today was supposed to be over 100. Tomorrow's supposed to be like 106 or 107. And this is a good weekend to come to the mountains. Because when I was driving around earlier, it said it was like, I think it was like 77 degrees. I'm like, that's a big difference. It's still hot in the sun, but you sit in the shade like this and it's super nice. But you can definitely tell it's drying out. You know, we were going and playing in the snow. This is one of the areas we went. It's changed a little bit. It's drier. Everything's starting to look drier. It's dusty. And of course warmer, but still not terrible. But no, it's nice being up here. It's nice being up here, hanging out. And I'm having a blast driving my Jeep. That thing's a beast. And it's awesome because it's got enough power. Even pulling my turtleback, it's like no big deal. And coming over Horseshoe Bend, which is coming out of Boise, in my other Jeep, when it's hot like this, coming up that, it'll pull as fast as you want, but it runs higher RPMs, and then it starts to tick the temperature up, and then eventually it'll kick you up a gear, and you lose your power, and then until it cools back down enough that you can go again. This didn't even affect it. We went over at 60, 65, and which I didn't figure it would, but that's nice. My other Jeep one day definitely would like to put a Hemi in it too, but not this year. Probably not next year. But I don't know. It's nice because this one's set up where, I mean, it's really set up for rock crawling, but it's got the motor, the 392, which is nice. So I can pull my turtleback, my Overland trailer. And my other Jeep's set up. I've got that goose gear deck in it. I got it set up so I can put a rooftop tent on. It's really set up nice for just going by itself. This one set up better for going with the trailer. But the other one's nice if I want to go back into places where I don't want to bother pulling the trailer, or in the wintertime in the snow or whatever. I can just take the other one. And that goose gear deck in the back, deleting the seats, nice because it just gives you a little more room. Gus likes it because it gives him a little more room. But no, it's I don't know, they're both set up really nice for a little bit different situations. But I don't know, it's kind of fun getting up here and seeing how it works and testing it out and make sure everything's working right, and then making any adjustments if I need to. But anyway, I'm going to kind of sit here and enjoy the evening. I'm going to have to get some firewood going here before long, and then get a fire going, and then I don't know, I think I'm going to cook a hot dog later. And look, here in a bit I'll just kind of walk around so you can get kind of whole look of the Jeep. But I'm not going to go over everything. I've just got a few more things I want to do. Once I get to a point, then I'll do a walk around and kind of explain everything that I've done with it. But I'll talk about it a little bit, show you, and then there'll be more information coming up. So anyway. Ooh. Thought I'd walk you around this now and kind of give you just a brief, I guess, some of the things I've done. And then I got a few more things I want to do. Then once I get that stuff done, I'll probably do a video going through everything I've done to it. Anyway, let's take a look at this. All right, this is it. You've seen it a little bit on some of the videos that are on the stuff earlier today that I've taken. Anyway, I'm running 42-inch tires on this. When I decided to go with the 392, I was like, well, I got the power to run 42s. I was like, that'd be cool. And kind of part of the reason I wanted to get the 392 is just so I could pull that turtleback, my Overland trailer, better. So anyway, this is it. It's big. It's bigger than my other one by a bit. So there's a few things I still want to do. I need to do a spare tire delete, different rock slides. Eventually I do some different bumpers, but some of them I'll do here before long, and then some of it's just gonna be over the next, I don't know, few months. But anyway, let's take a look at this other side. Oh, while we're here, so I pulled the fridge out of my other one. Just got it plugged in. Somewhere along the way I may get another one that goes in here, but for now this works good. This one came, well, I think all these come with the steel bumpers from the factory, so I took the ends off of it, make room for those big tires. Eventually I need to still put a winch in it. Haven't done that yet. I'll do that before we get into the snow time. Maybe sooner, but for sure by then. But yeah, this thing's big. It's a little wider than my other one. For now, I decided to just stick with the factory fenders and just do the fender chop on the front. Save a little bit of money for now. Eventually I'll probably do something different, but for now that's what I'm doing. But anyway, this is it. I think it turned out really good. The guys that did an awesome job. So, and running coilover still. I liked them on my other one, so I decided to do the same thing on this one. But anyway, having fun testing it out. It's fun driving up here. That thing's got all kinds of power. I mean, it's just awesome. Climbing over the hills. I mean, it's awesome. It'll be fun to get into the rocks a little bit. See what I'll do. I'll probably take it out here before long and just do a little bit. One thing I did notice today, which I kind of thought when I was getting ready to build it, it'd be an issue, because I think it was an issue on my other one. But the rock sliders, you turn and you get a little bit of, it flexes at all, and it rubs the front of that rock slide. So can't get too crazy until I do something different there. But anyway, there it is. Guys. Yeah, this has been a fun trip. This has been kind of relaxing. It's fun to get just to be able to take this out. I've been anxiously awaiting to be able to drive that. So yeah, when they said they're gonna be ready yesterday, yeah, I was excited. Yeah, it's fun to drive. Yeah, it's kind of cool. It pulls the turtle back so good. The other one pulls it good. It's just, and most of the time it's fine. Not as good as this does, but most of the time it's fine. It's just, yeah, if it's hot like it is right now, and it's fine unless you're climbing a hill for good hill for any amount of time. Then it'll still go over. It just, you end up having to go slower. But this, I don't know, this turtleback, it's just nice. I kind of got that dialed in pretty good where all I have to do is grab a little bit of food and some clothes, throw my sleep bag in, and I'm ready to go. Depending on what we're doing, camp trip like this, I'm not doing any fishing or anything. So it just depends on what you're doing. If you're doing some of that stuff, then you just throw some of that stuff in. Wow, this fire's hot. You gotta do a hot dog once in a while when you're camping over the fire. That's just part of camping. Hey, sit down. Sit. Gus. Sit down. Hey, sit down. Good boy. Well, we're gonna hang out here and enjoy this campfire until it gets dark. And then I think I'll climb up in the tent and go to sleep. I know by the time we get to that, Gus will be ready. He's always, by the time it starts getting dark, he's ready to go to bed. So anyway, see you in the morning. Man, it is a beautiful morning this morning. Slept really good last night. It's just nice being here. Anyway, gonna get some breakfast going and then kind of probably pack things up, kind of work our way out of here. But yeah, it's nice today. I don't know, can't think of a better place to be than here in the mountains. Well, we got everything packed up and ready to go, so we're gonna get out of here and head home. But no, I've been a couple weeks. The last 2 weekends I hadn't been, so it was nice to get back out. I think we plan on going next weekend too. But anyway, it was a good trip, and it's fun to drive the Jeep. Just get up here and see what it's like and how it tows and just everything. That was awesome. Now I get to drive back, so that's gonna be fun. But anyway, if you liked the video, hey, hit the subscribe button. It'll help the channel out a bunch, and we'll see you on the next one.